everyone. Well, we are talking about how our mind, our ideas, our views affect the outcome of our lives. That's quite a fascinating topic and concept. And that's what I want to bring an energy healer from Spain, Bridget. Bridget is an energy healer. She's joining me live from Spain. Namaste. And thank you so much, Bridget, for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you. So talk to us a little bit about the mindset part first.
The mindset, from my understanding, from my experiences, is how we think. Now, most of us don't spend that much time thinking about what we think about. So most of the time, our thoughts throughout a day are like 90% of the same thoughts as what you had the day before, the day before, the day before. And most people's biggest complaints is that they want their life to change. But if your thoughts are the same, 90% of the same thoughts that you had yesterday and the day before and the day before, then in reality, you cannot create change. There's a 10% chance of change happening from one day to the next. It's not the amount of change that most people would like to see in their lives.
Okay, so what do you suggest that we do?
That we have to pay more attention to our thoughts. So what are you spending your time thinking about? And I mean, it's not something that you're going to get like that, because it does take time to be able to pay attention to your thoughts, because we spend so much time not paying attention. We're just listening to the mind talking to us, the ego really talking to us, all of that's beliefs, all of what it believes it is, all of what it believes it's perceiving. And it's to kind of step back and say, but actually, is this my belief? Is this what I think? Or to even start future thinking. What do I want for my future? So that you're actually consciously creating your future rather than subconsciously creating your future, which is that 90% of the thoughts that we have that are going around each day. So consciously create thoughts and start putting more focus into those thoughts over than the ones that you're currently thinking. For example, let's say you have a relationship and your relationship is not going very well, and you're like, it's really annoying, and you get on my nerves, or they get on my nerves, and they just irritate me. And that's your focus. But when you got with this person, there were many things that you were attracted to, otherwise you wouldn't have spent time with them. So there are always the negatives and the positives, but what we tend to do as human beings is get drawn into the lower vibrations, the negatives, the negative mindsets. When we're focused on negative mindsets, we're creating the law of attraction. The law of attraction is there whether we have negativity or positivity, but the law of attraction is what we're attracting. So if we're saying things like, they really annoy me, they really get on my nerves, I can't stand this relationship, they lie to me, or they're cheating, rather than sometimes you can't ignore what is there or what your belief is in that particular thing. But if your whole focus is on that, then that's just more of what you're going to attract. So even if you get out of that relationship, your whole mindset is going to still be stuck on that one you've been on. So the next relationship is likely to attract exactly the same as the one you've left, because the mindset hasn't changed, the way that you're thinking hasn't changed. If you're focusing on the good parts of the relationship, most relationships will just fizzle out if they need to, and a new one will come in, and you're focusing on all the good things that it does bring to you. It can only bring, it's not life is not always the most enjoyable, but you go through it and it's not so hard. It's not so much of a struggle. It's more of a learning process rather than, why is this happening to me?
I think that's fascinating, and that's a great way to think. So the thinking process we have to change, and as human beings, we always dwell on the negative part rather than the positive part, right? That's just the nature of the beast. So let's just talk a little bit about, you are an energy healer. What does that mean, in the sense, like, how can energy heal us? You know, the energy modality as a whole.
For me, the energy is it's like different frequencies. Now we have energy, and the energy that we vibrate at is on a frequency. It's like a radio station. If you have a radio station and you want to listen to happy music, then you will turn that radio station up to a channel that sounds nice to you. It's like, oh, this that gets you moving, it gets you dancing, you feel good listening to it. And you have other channels, you can turn the dial and it can have something playing that doesn't feel good. That is going, it's like it's noise. Turn it off, turn it off. These are the different frequencies of a radio channel, and it's very similar to us. We work from different frequencies. So wherever our energy is and what frequency it's matching is what we're attracting, is what we really feel. And because of what we feel and the thoughts that are created around that is what we then attract. So energy is really important, because if you're working from a low vibrational energy, your thoughts are more likely to be more negative, extra negative. You're more likely to be in a world of why me, a lack mentality. Why is this not working for me? Why is that not working for me? There's more likely to be more health problems. There's more likely to be more anxiety, more panic, more OCDs, all of these types of things that come from being in a lower vibration, which is really a fear state, living in a fear state.
Okay, so is there some kind of an exercise that we could do using the positive energy? I mean, I know the Reiki is there, and I mean, could you give some specific example of a particular
of what you could do to help clear your energies?
Yes.
Meditation helps to clear your energy. Dancing, singing. There's some really simple things. Writing, explaining. Like, there are many times that we have things that are going on in us, and we kind of discard it, and it's not important, and we put ourselves kind of to the side. There's not a lot of self-love that goes on. So especially when somebody's energy is in low, there isn't a lot of self-love going on. So writing things down when you're really feeling whatever it is that you're feeling, you might not even know what it is that you're feeling, but writing things down is really beneficial, because then you can see what comes out of what you've written. I've done this many times, and many times that I write and I don't remember writing what I'm reading. It's like, where did that come from? I don't know where that come from, but it's my writing. And that's really helpful, because you can see what it is that it becomes something more physical. It's not just something in your head anymore. It becomes something physical, tangible, that you can kind of hold on to. The singing and dancing as well, they help to raise the vibrations. They're really simple ways. Meditating for somebody that's on a more negative vibration can be quite difficult, because turning off the mind or allowing it to quieten down enough can be really difficult. So listening to music is a great way of doing that. Music that's going to create high frequencies, music that makes you feel good. You listen to a few songs, your whole energy would have risen. It's keeping into that energy. So maybe you need to carry that song around with you for the whole day. There's a feyour songs I carry around with me when my mind is working too busy. One of them is in your head, get out of your head, is to literally get out of my head, is drawing attention to the fact that I'm paying too much attention to what's going on, and start moving around, look around, start paying attention to what's going on around me, rather than what's going on within my mind, just making pure noise, because most of the time it can be just noise. It's not really anything that it wants to tell you that's of substance. It's a really good tool. Finding songs that help you to lift. Changing energy when you're going to bed, when you're waking up. Place your hands in different areas of your body and allow your energy to move around your body, because your whole body is a machine that is just full of healing. That's what it does. It heals itself. We see that when we get a cut, or someone, or whatever, lots of physical elements that we can have, a broken hand or whatever. The body knows how to heal itself. And we just have to help it in that process. And some of that could just be lying down and just putting your hands in different areas of your body to allow this, the energy to flow to where you're placing your hands. That in itself will create small blockages that are there to kind of disperse and allow your body to flow more freely. It's a bit like if you have a river and you've got a big rock in the river, the water can't, it has to find its way around. You know, it's not as easy a journey. It doesn't flow as well. You get me?
No, I think it's fascinating, you know, all the tricks that all of us can do to bring the positive energy in ourselves on a daily basis, whether it's a meditation or dancing, journaling, listening to some kind of a music or some kind of a song that gets us out of that positive territory, negative territory, and bring us back to the positive territory. These are all simple tricks that we can do on a daily basis, bringing the positive energy in our lives, right? And that's what you are recommending. Thank you so much.
Yeah. That's where
Thank
I'm
you so
coming from. I've had my life was so I'm coming from a really negative place. I'm coming from a place that I had suffered from depression for so long, so many years, and I understand what it is to be in that negativity and to be in that mindset and for it to just dominate you. And it's like, it's not a great place to be. It's not a great place to be. But you know that we get stuck in these comfort zones, and these comfort zones keep us in this place because we're too scared of who we're going to be outside of them. So it's taking that step.
Thank you so much, Bridget, for joining us. There are millions of people out there who are having mental health issues that we are hearing about it on a daily basis. We are just trying to inculcate a simple hope, you know, by advocating a simple holistic lifestyle that you can do on a daily basis. And have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Thank you,
Thank
Bridget,
you very
for
much.
joining us.
Thank you very much.